5,000 years ago, a world-shattering cultivation versus demonic battle. All cultivators were killed, and every single cultivation sect in the world was destroyed. The entire world was destroyed. And then something different happened, in which new types of races were born. For example, knights, priestess, assassin, mage. As more and more powerful people appear in this world has become a world of magic. But me, a cultivator that slept for 5,000 years. He woke up from sleep and ridiculously found that he was the last cultivator in the world. A scoundrel-like personality, a greedy soul, meeting a group of not-so-normal companions. Thousands upon thousands of priceless cultivation artifacts. Secret cultivation arts can all only be used by him. He has the ability to dominate all life hindrance and kill. The one with the important responsibility of reviving his cultivation sect. This lonely path of cultivation. Let's go forward to revive the glory of cultivators and his mission. And now, this manhwa begins on the outskirts of Pharaoh Town, the Lost Forest. A man is very scared and some monsters are standing in front of him to kill him. And these monsters are goblins, and they kill him with just one attack. And the only sound heard in the forest is his screaming. After some time, some people come into the forest and they say, "It should be here." The Lost Forest. A soldier says, the nearby village issued a quest. They said that in these parts of the forest there are grade 1 goblins attacking people. And the second soldier says, "It's fine. We have Miss Catherine leading us. We'll be able to make a quick buck." And a girl says, "I'm not here to make money. My father doesn't permit me to practice in the church, so this is the only way for me to improve." And its name is Catherine, D-rank magician of the Holy Cross Church. And then they hear someone's voice and Catherine thinks, is someone coming? Is he the one humming? And someone comes in front of them. And that person says, "Did someone get ahead of me first?" The soldier looks at him and says, "A civilian? What are you doing in a place like this? The monsters here are rampant. It's very dangerous." But Zhong says, "If the monsters are rampant, then that's good. I received a commission from a nearby village. I'm here to exterminate this monster." Hearing this, a soldier says to his other soldier, "This guy's outfit is quite strange. He didn't even bring any armor to defend himself. He looks like an ordinary person, but he still dares to get a share of the pie." Hearing him, the other soldier says, "Wait, I'll test his mental power." And Zhong says, "Hey, why the hell are you pointing that thing at me?" So the soldier says, "Relax, this is a mental strength measuring device. We're just testing your mental strength." But when that soldier sees Zhong's strength is 0, the other soldier starts laughing. His mental strength is 0. Ordinary people have 5. You won't be able to fight against monsters like that. The second soldier says, "Although the monsters here are only grade 1, if you were to face them head-on, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to last a minute." Zhong asks, "What's mental strength? I've never used that before, and I'm still able to kill monsters." But both the soldiers are laughing too much at Zhong. This guy's jokes are out of this world. He doesn't even know what mental strength is, and he's saying he killed monsters before. Catherine tells Zhong, mental strength is a special ability to fight against monsters. For thousands of years, humans have gradually awakened mental strength to fight against monsters. Those who control their mental strength can release a powerful energy that's beyond the capabilities of a human. Based on the amount of mental strength displayed on the measuring device, humans are separated into ranks S, A, B, C, D, and E. And the soldier also says, "That's right. Miss Catherine of the Steve family became a D-rank magician at a young age. It's easy for her to deal with the monsters here. You better return while you still can." But Zhong says, "I refuse." And the soldier thinks, "When did this guy run past me? Am I blind?" Now Zhong starts leaving and a soldier says, "Hey, why aren't you listening, you bastard? Believe it or not, I..." And Catherine says, judging him, "Enough. If he insists on going, then just let him be. This time I'm doing this behind the church's back. So don't make such a ruckus. The monsters here are only grade 1. It's fine if there's an ordinary person with 0 mental strength. He might be useful when we collect the monster drops." Now both soldiers are killing the goblins one by one and Catherine is also ready to attack. The goblins, water spirits, please answer my calls. In the name of the water spirits, fight against the will of evil and release the holy power. Steve's family's secret magic. Great counter whirlpool. And after killing all the goblins with ease, a soldier says Miss Catherine doesn't have to deal with these goblins. Just leave it to us. That's right. So as to not dirty your clothes. Zhong is listening to them from a distance. Those two are really flattering her. Zhong tells them, "Hey, those are just grade 1 monsters, don't get careless this early." Flattering come, look here. There are still more up ahead. Zhong is pointing towards a ruined place. Now all four are going to that place together. What a strange place. The village didn't say anything about a ruin. Be careful, the atmosphere here is unusual. There's nothing to worry about, since we're here. Catherine tells everyone he's right. Everyone be on high alert, this place is different from the forest. I have a bad feeling. Catherine is right to be worried. There is something dangerous in this place, and when Catherine goes ahead, her eyes fall on something, seeing which Catherine gets shocked. You guys, what is that? There is a huge goblin in front of Catherine. Now everyone looks at that big goblin. The second soldier asks what a big goblin is. Is this also a grade 1 demon beast? So Catherine says, I'm not so sure about myself either. Although it is motionless, my intuition tells me that it is not going to be easy. The first soldier goes forward without fear to show his bravery, and Catherine says to him, Hey, what are you doing? Don't go there. But the soldier does not believe Catherine and thinks, this face looks familiar. I feel like I've seen it somewhere. And the soldier touches the big goblin, fingers him again and again. Even that doesn't make it react, huh? Miss Catherine, this seems to be the carcass of the monster. This time we are going to make a lot of profit. And then suddenly that goblin's eyes shine. Be careful, don't go playing with death. Before the soldier can understand anything, the goblin attacks him and cuts off one of his hands. The soldier gets very nervous, and when he looks back, his breathing stops. It can't be. The monster was alive? Standing in front of him is a grade 3 demon beast, Goblin Chief. And when the Goblin Chief roars loudly, and hearing his roar, foam comes out of the mouth of both these soldiers, and both of them become unconscious right there. Catherine gets very nervous, but Zhong tells Catherine they must have been traumatized. Catherine does not like Zhong's behavior. Don't act rashly, I will protect you. And Catherine thinks, the strength of this demon beast is tremendous, and it cannot be taken lightly. I have to fight using my best magic one hit to decide the outcome. Catherine is now ready to attack. Water Spirit, please answer my call. In the name of water, fight against evil will and release the power of God. Come to your senses. Goblin, this is the profound magic that I learned after reading through the spellbook. Catherine attacks the Goblin Chief, but the Goblin Chief is too powerful. He destroys Catherine's attack, and seeing this, Catherine gets scared. It had no effect. How is that possible? This is at least the strength of a tier 3 demon beast. What should the Goblin Chief do when he moves forward to attack Catherine? Catherine forms a water barrier to avoid his attack, but the Goblin Chief's punch is very powerful, due to which Catherine's water barrier is broken. I use the water barrier to defend how I could suffer this heavy blow. Damn it. I can't defeat it. According to the intelligence, there should have been only grade 1 demon beasts. How could this be? Tier 3 demon beasts generally have to be handled by C-level hunters. 5 or 6 D class will only be able to barely secure a win, but we only have those 2 E rank knights who have passed out, and I have been seriously injured. Am I going to die here today? It's just that I feel sorry for that guy. Obviously, he's just an ordinary person without any psychic power, but because of my arrogance, we will die here together. The Goblin Chief attacks Catherine with a sword, and Catherine closes her eyes. After a few moments, the smoke clears from that place, but Catherine is fine. She opens her eyes and thinks, am I not dead yet? And when she looks ahead, she gets shocked. Zhong is standing in front of him and has stopped the Goblin Chief's sword with his 2 fingers. Goblin Chief is feeling scared. He is sweating, and Zhong is standing at that place very peacefully. Catherine is surprised to see this. How? How did he save me? And it only took 2 fingers to stop its attack. That is a tier 3 demon beast, you know? Zhong asks Catherine, hello, can you still move? So Catherine says, barely, I can barely. Hearing this, Zhong says, good now, please step back if I make a move. I'm afraid it will affect you. Hearing this, Catherine says, no problem. How's this? Is this far enough? And Zhong says, yeah, that's fine. Hey, big guy, have you ever been struck by lightning? Goblin Chief gets scared after hearing Zhong's words, and Zhong summons lightning in the sky and attacks the Goblin Chief with heavenly lightning. And lightning strikes the Goblin Chief from the sky. Catherine can't believe it after seeing this. He can actually call upon the heavenly lightning? That's incredible. Is he trying to hide being a lightning magician? Zhong tells Catherine, I'm done. You can come out now. Catherine looks at the Goblin Chief. That bastard is really dead. 3 demonic beasts within seconds with just a single light strike. This magic is too terrifying. It's been years since Pharaoh City has such a talented magician like him. and only release it at the right moment. I once heard from Dad that powerful people usually hide their mana so that they can output a lot of damage within a short time frame. Don't tell me. He's that kind of a person. And now it's morning and both the soldiers look ahead. Incredible. This is a rank 3 demonic beast. Did that guy really kill this bastard? I can't even sense an ounce of mana from him. I also don't know what's going on here. Catherine comes behind both of them and says, there's no need to speculate. If he did not make his move in time, all of us would be dead. He's our savior. Although I don't know what he is doing, it's definitely because his strength is too profound. Now both the soldiers go to Zhong, savior. I admit that the both of us were talking behind your back about you last night. I hope that you won't be offended. A lot of material will be obtained from this demonic beast. I wonder how you'll divide it. So Zhong says, I want all of them. Hearing this, both the soldiers say, what? Do you want all of them? Then what about us? What we said yesterday was our fault. But isn't this too much? So Zhong gives each of them a toenail of a rank 1 goblin and both soldiers say, a goblin's toenail? So this is our isn't this too little? I lost my arm for this mission. Savior, can you give us something more valuable? After listening to both of them, Zhong says, just be thankful. I also treated your injuries with my medicine. I've used my best spiritual medicines to treat your injuries already, without you guys paying me, you know. After a long period of meditation, this mysterious man sorted out the loot from last night. I've already split all of the demonic beast materials to you guys. If there's no more discord, then I'll be going then. Hearing this, Catherine says, you're just going to leave like this. So Zhong says, yeah. I still need to go to the village to collect my rewards. Catherine watches Zhong leaving sadly. And when Zhong is leaving, a soldier says, he actually took all of the valuable parts away. Isn't this guy too stingy? But the second soldier silences him and says he didn't take the most valuable part. Last night I felt that the demonic beast was kind of familiar. But it turns out it was the goblin chieftain on the bounty list of the Hunters Association. As long as we bring the body back to Pharaoh City, we will be able to exchange it for a ton of money. Zhong overhears both of them because he is a cultivator. What did you guys say? You said that thing. Can it be exchanged for money? Zhong's eyes now start shining with the light of money. After some time, now everyone comes to Pharaoh City, Demon Hunter Association in Pharaoh City. The corpse of a rank 3 demonic beast, a goblin chieftain, is worth 1,000 spirit stones. A royal goblin's 2-handed sword is worth 150 spirit stones. The rest of the demonic beast materials are 150 spirit stones. The total is 1,300 spirit stones. Here you go. Now Zhong is happy. Not bad, not bad. These spirit stones are the same as what I used a long time ago. Although the qualities are low, but with enough of them, it will still be useful for my cultivation. Zhong looked at those 2 soldiers. Here's 30 spirit stones. Take it and go recover your injuries. And both soldiers become happy. Now I don't owe you guys anything. Farewell. Catherine asks Zhong to stop and holds his hand, but Zhong gets a little angry, but Catherine shyly says, I still don't know your name. Can you tell me? So Zhong says, my name is Zhong Tianshan, and now it is night. And the name of this place is an inn in Pharaoh City. Zhong is bathing in hot water. This thing that is hanging around the neck of the goblin chieftain, even after being struck by my lightning bolt, it's still unscathed. And there's even spiritual energy of cultivators meaning from it. This must be something valuable. I'll keep it for now. And when Zhong sleeps, the necklace starts glowing and something comes out of the necklace, which also has a tail, and a beautiful girl comes to that place. It's been 5,000 years. I'm finally out. She is a 9-tailed fox, Bai Qing. Bai Qing looks at Zhong sensually. Is he the one who awakened me? There's a lot of spiritual energy emanating from his body. I didn't expect to have such a lucky encounter. In that case, don't mind if I do. What's this sensation? It's amazing. It's wet, it's moist, it's soft. A constant flow of spiritual energy is flowing through my body from his lips. This feels so good. But then Zhong's eyes open. Who are you? Bai Qing shyly moves away from Zhong. You're awake? You're the one who awakened me. Don't you know? Hearing Bai Qing's words, Zhong says, so you're from the fox pattern jade pendant? And then Bai Qing thinks something. I was in such a hurry to replenish my spiritual energy just now that I didn't notice that he was so handsome. And his body is very attractive. Why don't I have a taste of him? Seeing the strange atmosphere, Zhong asks Bai Qing, this little fox, what are you playing at? Zhong feels something strange and 2 girls come in front of him. Is the master taking a bath alone? Does the master feel cold and lonely? Why don't you let us serve you in the bath and accompany the master to relieve your boredom? Our skills are very good. We'll definitely satisfy our masters. Master's muscles are so firm my heart started skipping after learning on the master. Can you feel it? Master's body temperature is increasing. There's no need to be so nervous, master. Why don't I use my body to massage your back to help you relax? Bai Qing is watching all this from a distance and thinking, if this man cannot resist my charm, who do I even look for to get some help? Now Zhong stands in front of Bai Qing without clothes, and Bai Qing gets shocked seeing this. Wait, what's this dazzling and shiny light? Zhong asks Bai Qing, why do I feel so unrestricted? A very bright light emanates from a large part of Zhong's body. Seeing this, Bai Qing's nose bleeds profusely. And after some time, Zhong asks Bai Qing, if I'm not wrong, you're some kind of spirit, right? You're a fox inside the pendant and skilled in bewitching people, right? So the Bai Qing explains, since you've already found out, then I won't hide it anymore. I'm the ancient spiritual treasure, heavenly fox pendant, and after thousands of years of cultivating, I gained my human form. But because of the influence of the demonic beast's aura, I fell into slumber. I thought I'll be sleeping forever, but who would have thought I'd meet you here? It's the spiritual energy in your body that awakened me. And as for the bewitching spell just now, it was just a test. I felt a lot of spiritual energy coming from you. So are you a cultivator? And Zhong says yes, to Bai Qing. And Bai Qing says, but as far as I know, there are no cultivators in this world anymore. 5,000 years ago, there was a great battle between cultivators and demons called the Great War. After that battle, all sects of the cultivator went to ruin, and all cultivators were slaughtered. Because of the influence of the demonic beast's aura, the world has undergone a drastic change. All of the 8 mighty sects were destroyed, and so, the history of the cultivators are gradually forgotten in the river of time, and in turn, many different races begin to appear. Mermaids, elves, succubi, and many different unknown races also appeared to occupy a part of the land. And in the 5,000 years of when I was in slumber, I stopped sensing the existence of cultivators. As a cultivator, how did you survive for thousands of years and only appear here right now? But Zhong doesn't remember anything that happened in the past. I have no memories of them. So the Bai Qing says, you've lost your memories? I'm sorry. There's no need to be sad. The memories you've lost will surely come back someday. After listening to Bai Qing, Zhong says, I hope that's the case. You used your bewitching spell on me just now to charm me. Is it to test and see if I have strong spiritual energy or not? As a spiritual treasure without the assistance of cultivators, you're unable to achieve a breakthrough? So the Bai Qing says, yeah. It's not as simple as being unable to break through. In this world filled with the aura of a demonic beast, there's no way to replenish spiritual energy. I'll probably be gone sooner or later. I felt that there's a lot of spiritual energy coming out of you. Can I follow you? I have a very good perception. I can sense the presence of ancient treasures in a world surrounded by a demonic aura. I'll definitely be of use to you. Zhong easily agrees, and Bai Qing says, so quick, don't you want to think about it? I will need to suck your spiritual energy to cultivate, you know. Don't you want to add in some additional conditions? Like using my body to exchange for some spiritual energy. But Zhong says, there's no need. The amount of spiritual energy you need is nothing to me. And Bai Qing thinks it's incredible. He is telling the truth. And Zhong says, speaking of which, didn't you say that you could help me find ancient treasures? Next day, Zhong and Bai Qing are roaming in the city, and Bai Qing asks, Zhong Tianshan? Your name is Zhong Tianshan. Zhong says, yeah. Is there a problem? Thinking about something, Bai Qing says, it just sounds kind of familiar. I must have heard it somewhere before. And then Bai Qing feels something. Zhong asks, what happened? So the Bai Qing says, there. I strongly sense a treasure in that direction. And Zhong becomes happy after hearing this. Nice. Then let's go have a look. When Bai Qing looks ahead, she sees a lot of people standing at one place. There seems to be some kind of celebration being held here. I can sense the treasure is right in front of us. Zhong is in a hurry. Hurry up. Let's go too and join the fun. Zhong goes ahead and sees 2 soldiers guarding something in front. And Zhong thinks, the treasure little fox mentioned is that sword? Now everyone starts talking among themselves, according to the rules of previous years. The trial of the brave will be celebrated in a few days. I wonder which youngster from the 4 great families will be able to pass the trial this time. Who knows? An old man says, even if someone passes the trial, will that make any difference? In all my years of life, I have never seen anyone pull out this sword. Bai Qing asks that old man, Uncle, is this such an incredible sword? So the old man tells little girl, you must be a foreigner to ask something like this. This sword is known to everyone in the Pharaoh city. The Sword of the Brave is a sacred weapon handed down from ancient times. It's been around for thousands of years already. It's been deeply stuck in that boulder since it was discovered. Legend has it that only a truly brave and strong warrior can draw this sword. But for thousands of years, countless people have exhausted every possible method to pull out the sacred weapon. I'm afraid that this supposedly legendary brave man will never appear. Bai Qing asks Zhong Tianchun, what's wrong with you? Are you fascinated by it? But Zhong remembers something and says, this sword. I think I have seen it somewhere before. Back to the past. 5,000 years ago. This sword is the treasure of my forged sword valley, capable of cutting hair with barely a touch, a weapon of an unparalleled sharpness. It has reached the pinnacle among swords. If it can meet a wise owner, this sword can even transform into an azure dragon sword spirit to protect the master. And taking in count all the land under the sky, except for you. No one is worthy to wield it. And Zhong says, this is my sword. I never thought it would end up here after the great war between cultivators and demons. Bai Qing asks, is that really true? So Zhong says, I also remembered its name. This sword is called Holong. Zhong now goes towards the front, but the soldiers stop Zhong and say, what kind of person dares to trespass this prohibited area? This is the sacred sword of Pharaoh City. Only specific individuals are allowed to approach it. And the Bai Qing says, didn't you say that only a truly brave and strong warrior can draw the sword? He is the person you are looking for. Both the soldiers laugh after listening to the Bai Qing. No one has been able to pull this sword out for thousands of years. Who the hell do you think he is? You guys are out of your minds. Not everyone can pull out the holy sword. And people also say, if you want to draw the sword, you must first pass the trial of the brave to do so. And to participate in the trial, you need a recommendation sent by one of the four great. There is no way these two are part of the four great families. It seems like they are about to get in trouble. Soldier asks, excuse me, Your Excellency, may I ask which family of Pharaoh City you are from? If you are not a member of one of the four great families, you are not qualified to participate in the trial. In that case, you won't blame me for not being polite, right? After listening to the soldier, Zhong says, so what if I'm not a member of the four great families? How will the two of you stop me? Hearing Zhong's words, both the soldiers get ready to fight. We'll have to block you out. But when someone comes to that place, give it a break. He is an honored guest of my Steve family. Who dares to be rude to him? Both the soldiers get shocked after seeing Catherine. We are so sorry. We didn't know he was your honored guest. Please, forgive us, Miss Catherine. And the public is also surprised. It's the Steve family's eldest daughter. How did that country bumpkin establish contacts with the Steves? Catherine says, Zhong Tianchun, do you want to try and draw the sacred sword? Zhong replies to Catherine, exactly. But these guys won't let me. But Catherine says, according to the rules of Pharaoh City, only those who pass the trial of the brave are qualified to draw the sacred sword. I'm really sorry. It's a rule that's been passed down for centuries, a rule which I cannot possibly change. Listening to Catherine, Zhong says, what a troublesome rule. That was originally my sword. Bai Qing whispers in Zhong's ear, in fact, there is no need to rush. The sword is yours. No one can take it away. On the contrary, this trial is a bit interesting. We might even be able to see other treasures. Let's just follow the locals' customs for this once. Catherine lovingly tells Zhong, I am a member of the four great families. The recommendation letter to participate in the trial of the brave, I can help you by writing it. But Zhong asks Bai Qing, the recommendation letter, do I have to pay for it? And Bai Qing refuses, no. I don't need the money. Zhong says, then write one for her too. She's with me. And Catherine agrees, but she thinks, this girl is so beautiful and lovely. And she is also wearing the same style of clothes as Zhong Tianchun. They can't have that kind of relationship, right? And a few days later, outside of Pharaoh City, the Ghost Valley, Zhong has reached this place. The strong scent of demon beast can be found everywhere around here. That's interesting. This is precisely the place where the trial of the brave will take place. Apart from Zhong, many other people have gathered in the Ghost Valley. But then someone says, it seems like all the participants of the trial have arrived. Then, I will announce the rules for this occasion's trial of the brave. This trial requires all participants to go deep into the Ghost Valley. And this is a beautiful woman, a mid-rank priest from the Holy Cross Church. Mel, Psychic power rank, B. Tomorrow by 12 o'clock noon. Whoever obtains and brings back here the demon cores passes the trial. Warriors are surprised to hear Priest's words. What? There is even a grade 3 demon beast. It's too dangerous, we will die. There are only 3 demon cores, which means that 3 people at most can pass the trial. Isn't this requirement too harsh? And someone enters that place. And I thought the trial could be far more difficult. This kind of level for the Onassis family is not a problem at all. This person from Onassis family, Carl, psychic power rank. C. Someone comes behind him, don't brag too soon. If this trial held every 3 years was so easy, there wouldn't be so few people participating. If you were to fail, you would only bring shame to your family. And this person from the DuPont family, Meyer, psychic power rank, C. Seeing these two, everyone starts talking. The 2 most promising participants of this trial are Meyer and Carl. They are facing each other directly. This will be a good show. They are both geniuses. Who will come out on top? The DuPont are one of the leading families in Pharaoh City. And being Spoon Meyer one of them, he must be stronger. In my opinion, Meyer will not only pass the trial, but he may even be able to pull out the sacred sword. Knight thinks, you heard them. I'm acknowledged as the strongest newcomer. You are not even close. And the assassin thinks, this idiot certainly is my biggest competitor. But don't be too proud. Obtaining the demon core is just the beginning. Only those who return here alive are considered to have truly passed the trial. When the assassin passes by Zhong, Zhong feels something, such a strong killing intent. This guy, I think Catherine mentioned him. Now Catherine tells Zhong, the Onassis are always fighting against us. Especially that Carl. He's cruel and ruthless. You must not confront him once you are inside the Ghost Valley, because he is extremely dangerous. Zhong replies, understood. I am very reliable. When the assassin sees Zhong and Catherine talking, he thinks, what's wrong with the Stephen family? I can't believe they sent such a guy to participate in the trial. I have already done my research on him. He is a normal human with 0 psychic power. I can just ignore him. This time, I want my name to be known throughout Pharaoh City. And now the trial begins. On hearing this, all the participants move towards the Ghost Valley very fast. As the assassin moves forward, the assassin senses something. I didn't expect this Ghost Valley to have different crossroads. Interesting. This road on the left is full of thorns. The second road has a faint demonic energy overflowing, which resembles a bit like a high-grade demon beast. On the contrary, the 2 roads to the right seem better. Especially the last one, which has a dim light coming through. Okay, I shall take this one. According to the angle of the air currents, there is a gentle breeze coming from the 3rd road. That means this route is clear. This must be the correct direction. And now soldier talk. The 1st road, although walking through thorns is difficult, fighting a demon beast is equally arduous, so the 1st road is also the safest path. Catherine, why would you recommend someone with 0 psychic power to take part in the trial? I am quite curious. Priest says to Catherine, letting ordinary people enter the trial is no different from sending them to a certain death. Aren't you afraid of ruining your family's renown by choosing him? Catherine replies to Priest, you are mistaken. I'm not doing this for the family. It's just that I want to fulfill his wish. Also, Zhong Tianshan, he's not an ordinary human. His strength is unfathomable. I am sure that he will complete the trial, because he is the most reliable person I have ever met. Priest is surprised to hear this, the most reliable person. After some time, Zhong and Bai Qing both are confused as to which way to go inside. Bai Qing says, based on what Catherine said, Ghost Valley is divided into several areas. Right now there are so many crossroads. Which one should we take? Zhong thinks for a while. Wherever this branch falls, we will go in that direction. Bai Qing gets shocked after hearing Zhong's words. Are you serious? This is the method you thought about? Zhong says, that's right. This method is very reliable. Zhong uses his method and decides which path to take. Good. Let's go this way. But Bai Qing gets a little scared. This road seems a bit eerie. Zhong and Bai Qing are walking on that path, but Bai Qing is a little scared. Did you hear anything? But Zhong does tell no to Bai Qing. But my instincts are telling me there's something terrible here. There is an evil energy here that's weighing on my chest and won't let me breathe. Zhong thinks, that's because you are pushing your breasts too tightly against me, right? As soon as both of them go ahead, the voice becomes louder. Bai Qing looks ahead and sees something in front. Zhong Tianshan, look. What is that? A girl in such darkness, at a deserted place. In strange circumstances, her clothes are torn. She is flying in the air and her buttocks are as big as watermelons. What a scene. On this beautiful moonlit night, a strange girl is standing in front. Seeing this, Bai Qing gets scared, but Zhong is not scared. He goes towards the front, but Bai Qing tells Zhong, "Wait a minute. Why are you going over there? This is the Ghost Valley. She must be a female ghost blocking our path." But Zhong says, "Female ghost? How is that even possible? This is clearly a girl lost in the road." And Zhong says hello to the female ghost, and the female ghost also says hello to Zhong smilingly. And she shows her beautiful face to Zhong, but Zhong gets jealous after seeing her beautiful face. That's why Zhong hits the female ghost's face with his fist, so that the female ghost falls on the ground and her pride is shattered. It means the end. And Zhong says, it really was a female ghost. And Bai Qing says, it seems like the demon beasts here are female ghosts. Why do we have to take the most horrible route? Zhong tells Bai Qing, female ghosts are the best option. Come help me undress her. Bai Qing gets shocked after hearing Zhong's words and thinks, undress her? Actually, if you look closely, you will find that this girl's figure is amazing. Those curves are perfect. By taking her clothes off, he can't be thinking. Using this chance while the body is still hot. And then Zhong tells Bai Qing, I'm ready. On hearing this, Bai Qing starts feeling shy, so fast. And Zhong says, this dress is made of satin. Although a little worn out, but if the amount is large enough, it can be sold at a very good price. And we can search for some other stuff in her body. And now Bai Qing understands. So this was your initial idea. Zhong tells Bai Qing, let's keep going. I hope there are many more female ghosts ahead. And Bai Qing is also ready. Okay, I'll do whatever you say. Now Qing are searching for their second target from behind the tree, and they also find a new target. Zhong goes to the female ghost and says hello to him and shows his cute face. Seeing this, the female ghost becomes very happy and falls on the ground in doggy style. And seeing this thing, Zhong becomes very happy. And now, on this night, the nightmare of the Ghost Valley. Everywhere Zhong Tianshan and Bai Qing went, all the female ghosts became naked ghosts. And after some time, the participants are going inside the forest and they say, why is this place called Ghost Valley? Could it be that it's really haunted by spirits? This place is full of unhealthy energy. People used to disappear here, and it's unknown what those missing people experienced. By the time they were found, they could no longer be called humans. They became savages who devoured raw meat and had extraordinary strength. Also, they only appeared at night. If it isn't a ghost, then what else? As soon as these people move forward, a hand comes out of the ground and a beast appears in front of them. Many beasts come to that place. The participants get very scared after seeing them. Did these demon beasts hide underground to avoid the thorns? I miscalculated. Aren't they those missing people you were talking about? There are too many. We can't win against those numbers. And a beast attacks them. And there is a screaming sound at that place and blood spreads all around. Sometime later, Zhong and Bai Qing are passing through the forest on a moonlit night, and Bai Qing thinks, although he is relatively stingy and acts in a reckless way. But on the contrary, being by his side, he transmits a sense of security. Even in such a chilling forest, I don't feel scared anymore. And then suddenly, another beautiful female ghost appears in front of them, who is flying in the air, and she says, it's amazing. There is anyone capable of getting deep into the heart of the Ghost Valley. Truly unusual. Are all those baby ghosts at the entrance? Lazy. And this is a female ghost, grade 3 demon beast, evil phantom maid. And further says, but take a look at the frail appearance of both of you. It seems like it won't be enough to fill my stomach. Hearing her, Zhong throws the bag and says, whether I can fill your stomach or not, I don't know. However, you definitely won't keep your clothes for long. This female ghost gets confused after listening to Zhong. What is going to happen with this female ghost? And what is Zhong going to do with this female ghost? With this, the chapter ends here. I hope that you liked today's video, and if you did, hit that like button as today's like goal is 100 likes. Comment next part down below for the next part. Also, consider subscribing with the notification bell on to get notified as soon as a new video drops onto the channel. I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching.